I had no idea this wasn't going to be a total waste of time. Now we get to decide who won. Who won this thing? I want to see some comments in the comments section. First, hit the like button, please. Do a pretty good show here. So let's talk about who won the debate. First of all, guys, I'm on the record last night by saying this is inconsequential. Yeah, this ain't that important. Man, it's two vice presidents debating. If you're looking at the vice president of either one of these parties and you're saying, hey, now I vote for the top of the ticket, that means the top of the ticket sucks. Yeah, if you're thinking about voting for Trump only because J.D. Vance, that means Trump's bad. And if you're thinking about voting for Kamala because of Tim Walz, that means Kamala's pretty bad too. Which would mean we all lose. Because they're the ones in charge for the most part, right? So yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. So that's the first thing. I didn't know. I'm with you, and I want you to know, I don't believe it's that important. But for the importance that it does have. So if you say it's, the presidential position and who's on the top of the ticket for choosing which party you're going to vote for, right? Let's say the president is 85%. So let's say, I'm being modest, I'm saying 15%, and I think that's about right. Maybe less than that for some people. Some people don't even know this happened. So I really could go 10%. But for the 10% of the voters, which is a lot of people, for 10% of voters that actually do care about the vice presidential position, how much do you think it matters? I think it matters to them. So that's how much, 10%. So for those people that care about this, who do you think won the debate? Now I can throw out a lot of reasons why I think who won or who didn't win. And I could come up with different analogies. Last night I said the vice presidential position is sort of like taking your wife to a fancy restaurant. The food's important, the decor is important, the environment's important, the ambiance, the dessert, all that's important. That's the president. The vice president is if the bathrooms were clean. It ain't gonna make or break the restaurant, but it matters. Wifey cares about that. So anyway, but I think when it comes down to the brass tacks of it all, we try to say, hey, who won the debate? Who did a better job? I think it becomes pretty obvious, to me anyway, in the way the reaction after the debates. See, after the debates, a funny thing happened. A press release was released, or a statement was released from the Harris Walz ticket. And it said something to the effect of, please let us have another debate. Come on, Trump. Come on, Trump. Give me another debate October 23rd or something like that. Can we have another debate? The American people want it. Everybody wants it. The American people deserve it. You should talk to me again. Yeah. Now, it wasn't the exact words, I'm not quoting verbatim, but they did put out a release, and they did try to push Trump to do a debate. And Trump's response was, no. He was like, hell nah. He's like, why would I do something stupid like that? Why would I do that? I already debated twice. You shouldn't have sank Joe. You wanted two debates. You'd have had two debates if you wouldn't have pulled Joe out, because I knocked him out in the first round. Pow! Nah, I did my two. Now my guy just waxed your guy. Oops. Oops, he was great. He won. He did a good job. JD's amazing. Yeah, so there it is. So I think the fact that Kamala Harris is looking for a second debate, that proves Tim Walz did not crush it. Because if Tim Walz crushes, she'd be like, we good. We dominated. So something's going on here, guys. And I think it's real important for the Kamala Harris supporters to get some life insurance and have them include self-harm. Because Kamala, I'm 90-10, okay? I'm 90-10 at this date right now, knock, knock. I'm 90-10. I think 90%, I'm 90% sure Trump wins this. Because, and look, I wasn't until tonight. I was 75-25, now I'm up to 90. You know why? Because that says it all. Why would Kamala want a second debate? Nah, dog, this is not a charity, okay? If you're in the lead, you don't want to do it again because there's no upside for you. Nah, man. Why would Trump debate Kamala again? In football, you run out the clock. You don't try to give the other team the ball back and say, okay, let's see what you can do. You know, we just want to be fair. Nah, you run the damn clock out. You take a knee and say, oops, see you next season. That's why they do that. And people that are sitting at home go, oh, man, come on. But the winners are like, smart. Yeah, so the fans of the opposing team, when you take the knee, are calling you cowardly and lame, sort of like what the people on The View, all the ladies on The View are saying. Yeah, Whoopi and Sonny are calling Trump and JD a bunch of cowards and yellow bellies. Don't want to work with democracy. Yeah, but all the Trump supporters and MAGA supporters are going, because that's how the game is played, and that's exactly what you do. So to answer the question, we ain't got to answer the question. They answered it for you. So that's the beautiful thing about the market. That's the beautiful thing about the market. When all is said and done, the market will tell you who won. Yeah, there are people that said Tim Black is horrible. I hate Tim Black. I hate Tim Black. But somehow Tim Black came back. Because the market speaks. You don't get to say Tim Black sucks. Everyone does. The numbers get to say it, right? The numbers determine who's bad and who's not. Now, don't get me wrong. We got algorithms and stuff, and I think if this program reached more people, I'd do much better. I don't see much difference, or let me put it this way. I don't think Trevor Noah's better at this than I am. That's just my personal opinion. You know? Now, Jon Stewart's better than me, but not Trevor Noah. It's sort of like, I don't know. Dave Chappelle's the GOAT. I'm not Dave Chappelle, but you know, I'm not Howie Mandel. And you're like, who the hell is Howie Mandel? I'm not the hamburger dude. Hamburger. Yeah, I'm not the hamburger dude. So anyway, the point is this, and this is the real point. If you're Kamala Harris, you want to turn over. You got to force a turnover. You don't get to say, hey, excuse me, we need to do another debate. Hey, everybody, pressure Trump. Make him give us the ball so we can win, so we have a better chance at winning. No, you have to force a turnover there, Kamala. You got to make Trump make a mistake. You got to get an interception. You got to get a fumble. See, here's the thing with Kamala Harris. Here's the thing with the Democrats. They're used to cheating, and they're used to having all the advantages. They already got 90% of media in their pocket, afraid to say real shit like, yo, that shit wasn't no cool. Cool what? Man, I saw a gang fight that had more carnage than that shit. Every week in Chicago, there's more shootings than that shit. There was one shot fired, and that was from a cop. And you call that a coup? For real, Joe. For real. That's what we're doing. But they can't even say that because they are trained like seals at SeaWorld. So Kamala Harris is used to having things handed to her. She had Willie Brown gave her free stuff. Here you go, baby. Then, you know, Joe Biden gave her the VP. Here you go. Come on, you ain't black. Here you go. You ain't black, so here you go. That's why I chose you. You ain't black. Still stabbed his ass in the back. I'm speaking. And then, of course, there's the Democratic Party. Democratic Party gave her the nomination without winning a single vote. A single vote. She didn't go to a single voting campaign or nothing. And then she got all of the money that Biden raised, $500 million to run with. So yeah, she's an entitled piece of work is what she is. But guess what? No one's going to give you this one. You're going to have to earn this one. You're going to have to make some magic happen. You're going to have to actually do something. Win on your own without the help of Willie, without the help of Biden, without the help, well, you're going to get help from the DNC, but not as much as you're used to getting. Still not fair because you still got a media that's working around the clock to spin this shit in your way. When you got surrogates like D.L. Hughley and Keith Boykin losing their damn mind over nothing. All looking at their money and their paychecks, looking at the opportunity for themselves. The Rachel Maddows, what's this guy? That skeleton jackass on Lawrence O'Donnell. I can't stand Lawrence O'Donnell. Morning Joe. These other creepy people. Kamala. Did you say her name right? Michael Eric Dyson. The precipitation of the consternation of the consternation of the premeditation of the operation of precipitation. You look good tonight. You look good tonight, sister. Would you like to take a picture with? Can I take a picture with you, please? Big perv. Big perv. Professor Perv. Call her white supremacists in one sentence, and the next breath, hey, you look nice. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is this, guys. Kamala's gonna have to earn this one. She had to actually put some work in. And she's got all the advantages. She's got the entire media industrial complex working for her. But guess what? I don't think it's gonna be enough. And like I've been told, and like black people have been told ever since we've been in this country, make it enough. You say you're black, act like it. Hey, act like it. Black people have been making something out of nothing since, what is it, 1614? The 1618 project? I think I'm getting those numbers wrong. But you know what it is. Yeah, let's see you make something out of nothing, sister. My fellow sister. Because that's what black people have been having to do. And if you're really from that stock of having to come from behind, if you're really from that stock of having to be twice as better or 3 times as better to just get equal treatment, then you should eat this for breakfast, like you say. How you eat no for breakfast? I say no way you're going to do this. So eat it for breakfast. All right, guys. So you want to ask me, you really need to know. I already told you. I got a 90% chance that she's going to lose. But I'll put it to you this way. J.D. Vance did so well at this debate that what you just saw here between, and look, and Tim Walz, he did better than Kamala and Trump, in my opinion. As bad as he was, he still did better than them because I don't think all his signs were canned. He wasn't very honest at some points, but at other points he was. So, hey, he did pretty well. It's just he's up against a guy who really knew his stuff, who I don't think over-prepared. In fact, I bet you J.D. Vance didn't even stay up late or early because of this. He just did what he normally does because J.D. Vance takes questions on the road. He does the thing that Tim Walz does not do. He takes hostile questions from a hostile media, which has had him fortified and ready for this debate. Something Tim Walz was not ready for. I think Kamala's going to learn that no beating up on her staff is going to drag her over the finish line first for this one. This is going to take real work. Walz did not win this because I saw too much to the top of his head. If I see the crown of his chrome dome one more time scribbling some paper, it'll be too soon for me. Yeah. The fact that he was like this the whole time. Do we really got to ask who won? I think when we looked at the paper, what he was writing, it would be something like, "Oh God, let it be over soon." That and help me, help me. Also, why don't they make those headphone earrings for guys? All right, my name is Tim Black. Once again, Tim at TimBlackTV.com. We are out of here. And as I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. And don't argue with people about politics. Never do that offline, guys. Look, or online. You can't win a debate with somebody who's made their mind up. All you can hope to do is give them something to think about. What's something we could say? We could say we're funding like 4 different wars in 4 different places. Imagine what we could do if instead of funding those wars, we funded Americans here. Could probably do a lot. All right, man. Once again, we out of here. Where are my ladies? I know I had my ladies somewhere. Oh, there they go. Peace, y'all.